So it wasn't gamesmanship that you picked that bout. It wasn't a little bit of gamesmanship where you didn't want to kind of give him that satisfaction of being a fan.
Not necessarily. It's just it really was like, man, I grew up. I was a really big Marquez fan. You know, like his style, everything he like, the way he fought. And yeah, I mean, I remember that like exactly where I was when I watched that fight with my family. I said I was like 16 or 17, and it stunned everybody.
What is the chances this fight ends the same way?
Like I said, I mean, if it happens, it happens. You know, I'm going there with bad intentions. You know, I know I'm ready. I know I'm looking sharp, and you know, like I never go in there like looking for a knockout. But yeah, you know, I know we're both going to be there with bad intentions.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be another banger. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's just as bloody as the first one. But I'm leaning with Sue in the rematch.
You know, analyzing this fight, it seems like he's got to get off to an early start like he did against Keith Thurman. Is that an important part in this fight, managing the early part? And how do you? I know you can't give away too much, but how do you have to go? Are you expecting Pacquiao to try to start fast, and how do you got to control him in that situation?
I think that's just all of Pacquiao's fights. You know, he comes out, you know, guns blazing. He comes out swinging, and but yeah, you know, definitely, you know, I had to try and neutralize anything that he tries to do, and then just, you know, work on everything that we've been working on, you know, during this camp.
How important is the jab in this fight? It looked like Ugas was able to control him with that jab when he needed to.
The jab is now I'm realizing it's key in all of my fights. But yeah, no, it's very important with this fight.
Bob, you know, I asked Mario the same thing, but I want to ask you. You know, Marquez's counterpunching is what led to that knockout. Do you think Mario will be effective with his counterpunching in this fight? Is that a key for this fight?
100%. The key, I told everybody already, is, you know, we're from the old school, like Bill Parcells used to say in the old football terminology. You know, we're going to let you know what we're going to do. We're going to run the football down your ass. We're going to come toe-to-toe, and we're going to put it on his ass July 19th. All due respect to him. But this man's prepared to do whatever it's going to take. We can box, we can bang, he can do it all. And people are going to see that July 19th. He didn't become a two-time world champion by accident. So we're going to see it. One hell of a fight, but we're ready for everything. But just so the fans know, we're ready to go toe-to-toe right out of the gate.
Mario, talk about preparation that way. Was anything different this time around, or you just had no prepared?
Oh yeah, there wasn't much different with this preparation. It was just really just trying to find the right sparring that you know to try to get that Pacquiao look as much as we could. So we had a lot of fast southpaws, you know, fast feet, fast hands, a lot of movement. But yeah, I think, you know, all of us on my team are very satisfied with the rounds we got in preparation. So, I mean, I'm ready.
Physically, how much better are you feeling this time compared to your last fight late last year?
I feel great. You know, I feel like I had, you know, the proper training camp with this fight. You know, my last performance. My daughter was born late August, so I was more focused on just being present for her, and just, you know, focusing on being a new dad. So I didn't get that early training camp, you know, that I would.
It was a short camp. We only had a couple weeks, and then this camp we got 13 weeks. We're ready to go, baby.
Exactly.
Do you think Team Pacquiao sort of saw that last performance and thought maybe saw a weakness in you?
I think so, but you know, if that was his reason for taking this fight,
Big mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Has some of that respect gone to the wayside now that it's fight week? Is this a different Mario Barrios than we saw just 5-6 weeks ago?
No, same me. I mean, we're not up here. We're not like. I mean, I don't have to be disrespectful or like put him down or like anything, you know, that he has done. You know, the same thing. You know, just same focus, same motivation, and yeah, you know, all of that respect goes out the window on fight night.
You look pretty switched on though, Mario, today. We could see it up there. We could see you look pretty switched on, right?
What do you mean by that?
You're taking it serious.
Oh yeah.
5 weeks ago when we announced it, you were kind of
Eye of the tiger. kind of
Yeah,
thing.
now there's a
I see.
switch coming up.
Yeah, no, like for sure, like I said, I mean, I have confidence in my preparation, and like I know all the work we have put in, like for this training camp, and so that's, I'm just excited, to step in there on Saturday.
Hey Mario, Manny Pacquiao says that he always brings surprises in his fights. Do you take that as a threat?
Nah, he's just he's a great fighter. He's accomplished some extraordinary things, and yeah, he has pulled a lot of surprises in so many fights, and you never know what you're gonna get get out of him. You just know when he steps in there, he's coming with it.
Yeah, Barry, without giving your game plan away, Manny throws from very awkward, positions. He's in, he's out. How do you avoid that? How do you avoid getting hit, in awkward positions?
I'll show it on Saturday.
Well, you got to remember something. I'll give the game plan away. He can punch too. So we coming too.
What's his best power shot,
he
Bob?
Can punch too. He can punch with both hands.
Straight
we
down
can,
the
we
line.
can punch. Everybody talk about Manny Pacquiao could do this and Manny Pacquiao could do that. And nobody's talking about Al Azteca. He didn't become a two-time world champion by accident. And everybody he's been in the ring with he's either put out or he's hurt. So we can punch too. So he can do he can do a plethora of things too. So we're gonna be ready too.
Bob, knowing you a
Bob.
long time, it looks like you got some surprises in your artillery.
You know what, man? I feel a little bit
Yeah, you do.
disrespected because I've been with this guy from his first pro fight. It pisses me off when people talk, you disrespect the guy who's been a two-time world champion. You disrespect his accomplishments in two different weight classes. It doesn't happen like that by accident. Oh, he's the least of the welterweights. It kind of pisses me off because at the end of the day, when you make fights, that's why you say, oh, this guy's supposed to win, and then he doesn't win. And this guy's supposed to do this, and then he doesn't do it. That's why they make the fights. The fights are the fights. And when you can punch like this, man, on any given night, anybody in the welterweight division, he can put night. He can beat anybody on any given night. Don't ever disrespect Al Azteca. I'm telling you.
Bob,
Coach
you're talking
Santos.
about the power of Mario Barrios and how hard Mario Barrios hits, and that you guys are willing to go toe to toe from round one. But don't you think that they may be walking him into a dangerous spot with Manny Pacquiao? With
You know what? He's a warrior. You got to dare to be great in this sport.
We got one more.
Hey,
You got to
Coach
dare to
Bob.
be great.
Hey, Coach Bob, I know you guys don't go into the fight looking for a knockout, but is the plan to bring the pain the entire night from round one?
100%, because at the end of the day, this is professional prize fighting. People got to this ain't the amateurs. This is prize fighting, and so you know what? You got to sell yourself to be the absolute best. We believe in him. His team believes in him. Louis DeCubas Jr. didn't sign this man for no reason. He's seen something special in him, just like he's seen in Robert Guerrero, just like he's seen in Arizlan Lara, just like he's seen in a lot of those guys, and Casimir. So he's with us for a reason, and we're expecting a great performance.
Mario,
What's
a
the
lot.
headline on Sunday? What's the headline on Sunday?
Last question, guys.
What do you mean by that?
What's the headline on Sunday? in the sports
Victorious.
section?
And still,
And still.
Mario, just last one for me, man. A lot of talk about age in this fight. How do you think it does affect this matchup? How does it play out on fight night? How does it affect the fight?
Stopping us or we're stopping him?
I don't know exactly how it's gonna affect the fight. Like I said, I've been preparing as if I'm fighting a prime Pacquiao. But whenever we step in there, I'm gonna try to make him feel his age.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.